Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Angela, and I am doing the my weekly Saturday night tarot spread. So I found this one a couple weeks ago, Spiritual Gift Spread. It's 8 cards, and you do card 1 is clairvoyance, and then card 3 is clairaudience, card 5 claircognizance, card 7 is clairsentience. And then cards 2, 4, 6, and 8 are laid out opposite and represented blockages to these gifts. So I thought that would be interesting. And I've been using all last week and a half or so my Meraki Tarot or Maracai Tarot. I'm really digging this deck. So I thought I would use it for this spread. So it's 8 cards. And if you're just tuning into my channel, I do a tarot spread. I'll do a little meditative breathing real quick to cleanse the air, cleanse the cards real quick, and then I pull the cards and do the questions, and then I go over it intuitively, and then I'll go over it what the book says. And actually I need to pull the book out. It reminds me, I have it right here. Bear with me just a second. I have it in my bag that's right here, and it's a nice little book. Comes with the deck. It's actually got colored pictures. So yeah, let's get into this today. So let me do my breathing real quick here, and just kind of shuffling them to kind of cleanse the cards a little bit. There we go. So yeah, let me do a little breathing exercise here, and then we'll get into the cards real quick. Okay, so bear with me 1 second. Okay, so I did a little breathing exercise here, and then you guys can't really see it here, so I'll just go in with the cards. So for card 1, and that spreads off of Pinterest. It's the Spiritual Gifts Spread. So card 1 is clairvoyance. Clairvoyance, and this will be the second largest spread I've ever done. So what is clairvoyance for me? I don't even know if I'm asking it right. Clairvoyance. One fell out. We'll stick it here. And then card 3, clairaudience. Card 5, claircognizance. Claircognizance, and card 7, clairsentience. 7 and I just dropped a bunch. Card 7, and then card 2, 4, 6, and 8 are laid out opposite and represent blockages to these gifts. So I'm going to move these stones, and I'm going to do it this way actually. So this would be card 1. I'm going to do it this way, and then the card that goes with it below it. So card 2 is, what is the blockage to my clairvoyance? And one flew at my face. Card 4 is, what is the blockage to my clairaudience? card 5 or 6. Blockage to my claircognizance. And I didn't even finish that off before it came out. Card 8. What is the blockage to my clairsentience? Oh my gosh. And the cards are all falling. That one fell. So we'll put the cards up. I thought the back's beautiful. Just gorgeous. Gorgeous backs. That's what drew me to this deck initially, is the backs. Beautiful. And sometimes, just looking at the back, you get a surprise. This is an amazing deck. Amazing deck. It's fantastic. So, card 1, we got Clairvoyance. And I got 9 of Cups. And cups to me are all about being emotional and having this emotional support. And I'm going to actually go, I think, and read the book per card as I go. Because I'm not really knowing. It says if these cards are positive, then keep doing what you are doing. If 3, 5, and 7 are positive and the opposite card negative, then be aware of what they are telling you in regards to maintaining this gift. So, if the cards 2, 4, 6, and 8 are laid out opposite and represent blockages to these gifts. So if these cards are positive cards, then keep doing what you're doing. You're on the right track to opening all of these. But if it's a negative, oh no, if 1, 3, 5, and 7 are negative, then are positive, and the opposite card is negative, then be aware of what they're telling you in regards to maintaining the gift, if that makes sense. So if these are positive, then just keep doing what you're doing. If these are negative and these are, if these are positive and these are negative, so if these are negative, then there's an issue that needs to be looked at deeper. So let's see, for my clairvoyance, it's the 9 of Cups here. And I feel like the cups are always emotional. And I almost feel like this is swimming in circles. I keep getting swimming in circles. You're swimming in circles. You're swimming in circles. And that makes sense for negative aspects of things, because I always say I'm taking 2 steps forward and 3 steps back when it comes to my gifts and my spirituality, the whole thing. And that could be just because I'm doing the same thing at every turn, expecting different results, when we all know that's not going to work out. So that makes sense to me. So that would be a negative card to me in this respect. But let's see what the book says. The 9 of Cups symbolizes the emotional journey from the ups and downs you have recently encountered. It's a self-satisfaction of finding the joy and purpose in your journey, and now you can indulge yourself in the celebration of this new stage in life. This is the time to be grateful for all you have and cast out your wishes to manifest the dreams that support your transformation. Just like the clownfish, there may be times where you are hiding your weaknesses or blockages as a form of protection. Wow. This deck, see, I'm telling you, this deck knows. Give yourself the permission to open up and be free from what binds you. These clownfish are enjoying each other's company in the blissful waters. The bubbles are the cups of manifested dreams that are available all around you to receive and be grateful for. Dive into the magic and celebrate in this new stage of life. That is amazing. So card 2 is what blockages I have for my clairvoyance. And we have the 7 of Swords. And again, I get this feeling of shortchanging myself. And that, to me, those are both negative. 7 of Swords. The swords, 7 of Swords brings to light what you may be hiding. And this one said the same thing. You're hiding your gifts. Or blocking it on purpose. Wow. It urges you to confront and be any betrayal or deception that may be coming from you or from someone around you. There are times in life where we all need to find a sneaky way to approach a situation But when found out, we must face the consequences. This is a time of wait to weigh out your situation and honor yourself and others by making the right choice. The strength of this bird has gone through storms to run off with his goods. He moves through the storm into the clearing, hoping he has gotten away from the scene, never to look back. In his capture, he has forgotten the two swords that stand tall for all to see on the hillside. Though he does not notice this, it will surely be seen. His shadow is clear as day, following him like a beacon on the glistening grassy land. There is not a good way to hide deception. A trace will always be left. Be true. You are in possession of your honor and trust. Wow. That's amazing. That's just for basically card 1. Okay, so let's go to card 3, Clairaudience. I took a drink, sorry. And I got the Empress. It's an Empress, yep. The Empress. That's for Clairaudience. And I'm not going to read that one, but I feel like that's a positive card. Like it's almost like hearing is believing instead of seeing is believing is what I'm getting out of that. Hearing is believing. If you hear a voice calling your name, believe it. Don't just brush it off. And then for the possible blockage, I have the 5 of Cups. And I think those go very well together because the 5 of Cups is, they're not seeing, and exactly what I just said here, they're not seeing that this gift is a gift. They're not really believing that there's an option here. And I love that. Love that. So let's go to the book with the 5 of Cups here. That's crazy. The 5 of Cups is showing loss and the heaviness you may feel at this time. When you didn't expect something to go this way or end this way, or with the loss of hope, you can feel a great despair. These times are emotional, and that is okay. Allow yourself to navigate this time. It is part of the human experience and deserves compassion. This time of tenderness will bring you on a journey to the next bright future ahead. Allow it to take its course. The turtle retreats into his shell on the quiet riverside. He is focused on the 3 cups that are washing away, that he cannot see the 2 beautiful blooming cupped flowers on the other side of the river. His eyes are heavy with sadness, and only has the energy to be in silence and take this time to heal. Don't rush this process. Allow yourself to move at your own pace, and know that what awaits you on the other side are the gifts you have earned and the start of a new. And I love how that too mentions gifts. That's crazy in this deck so far. This is talking about blockages, and this one's talking about gifts. So I found that very fascinating. So card 5 for Claircognizance. The Queen of Swords. And I always find the Queen of Swords a very icy, cold, negative type card. So that I find that interesting. And then we have the Empress and the Queen of Swords, and they're both deer here, it looks like. Both with horns. So I find that interesting. That's for Claircognizance, and that's one of the gifts that's most forefront for me is the Claircognizance. It's just the clear knowing of things, knowing that something's there, or knowing someone is there, knowing who they are, knowing how they died, things like that. It's just crazy. The things I've had happen the last couple years, actually. That's just very interesting that's what comes up. And then for the blockages for that, we have the Fool. I'm not making this stuff up. I mean, those to me seem to be connected as well, because I'm foolishly not listening to myself, not listening to my gut, not heeding what's being shown to me. That's crazy. Or when I just know, I'm foolishly not accepting it sometimes. That's crazy. So I'm going to look at the Queen of Swords here for Claircognizance and see what she has to say. And I'm not going to read the whole... Well, I might read the whole thing. Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is the calm, overseer of the land. She gracefully and logically asks that you bring your clear mind and logic to the table. She gives you the gift of judgment for decision making while understanding that it is important to be flexible and take in knowledge from others. And that's where I have the problem sometimes. When I see or hear something, I know it with every part of me, but then I start questioning that logic. And sometimes, and I'm inflexible when it comes to maybe this is metaphorical, something else. This is the time to command the situation without relying on emotion as your guide. Take pause and look at all the facts in front of you before making decisions. Utilize your independence and speak your truth. The Queen of Swords gazes perceptively into your soul. Though she appears stern and commanding, she is also confident and clear in her delivery and summons you to do the same. I feel like I just got called out because I'm always questioning what I'm hearing, feeling, knowing, seeing when it comes to my gifts and everything. And that's just called out. I just got called out. Like, be confident and clear in your delivery and summon you to do the same. Her billowing pink shawl shows her soft and tender side. Though she is assertive, she is also welcoming. Her magnetic energy manages any transformation through time with strength and clarity. Balance is the key to the truth you seek. Wow. Couldn't have smacked me in the face harder. Seriously. That's pretty interesting. So card 7. Death. And this is the reason I bought this deck. That is the most beautiful death card. One of the most beautiful death cards I've ever seen. And shortly before this deck came out, I was actually on Kickstarter last year. I was actually at work and came outside for the day to leave, and there was this moth laying dead on the sidewalk because it was so hot. It had just died. And I was so heartbroken, and I was like crying on the way home. And I don't cry, I don't show emotion, so it was just very emotional that this poor moth, beautiful moth, had just died on the sidewalk. And then I saw this deck and I'm like, yeah, I need it. And it is the death card. That's amazing. So that's for clairsentience. And for those of you that don't know clairsentience, I'm looking it up right now. Okay, the definition of clairsentience: the ability for a person to acquire psychic knowledge by means of feeling. So just feeling, and that's why I think I cried so hard with this, because, and that's not even, that is the most appropriate card to go with that. Because of that story I just told you, because I felt so emotional. It's almost like I felt the emptiness of the moth because there was no soul left. It was just an empty shell, and that's just giving me chills. And then the blockages for that card. Of course, my stalker card this year, the 5 of Pentacles, being left out in the cold, feeling left out in the cold. And that could very well be a blockage for me, is this feeling that I feel like I'm not good enough, or what I'm seeing is not real, what I'm hearing, what I'm feeling isn't real. There was an incident a couple months ago, where I had a deceased person make me feel their drug-addled death because it was a substance abuse issue, and I felt drugged up, and I knew that they had passed from the drugs. And I knew how sorry they felt, the remorse. And it was so overwhelming. It happened at work. And then literally like 4 days later, my friend called and said her cousin had died of a drug overdose. And so I imagined he was visiting me because he knew I knew her prior to her even finding out that he had died. It was a very crazy sensation, and this feeling things is new to me. So that was, and then, wow, with the Five of Pentacles, this feeling of being left out in the cold, just crazy. So that makes total sense. Yeah, that's crazy. And let's go to the Five of Pentacles here and see what it says in the book. The Five of Pentacles is a time when the darkest energies seem to overtake your life force. It can, life force, get it? Wow. It can be an uphill battle to overcome all the obstacles in your path, but this can be a time, and again, obstacles, blockages, wow. But this can be a time where you are called to face these difficulties with a new perspective. Take charge and seek inner strength and outside wisdom. This is a time to call for help. You are not alone. The wolf symbolizes the strength within you and the ability to shapeshift when the time is needed. He is a character of strength and power with the will to live. A bunny sits on the back of the wolf, a small and agile creature, and the wolf protects him from the harsh winter weather they are facing on their journey through the dense and dark forest. The wolf and the rabbit represent two very different strengths and weaknesses, yet they come together to forge ahead and fight through the dark times. The stark white tree trunks give enough light in the dark to manage through and find the healing safety they seek. Wow. That's amazing. So yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. I've just got complete chills from this deck. And I'm going to pull a card real quick from the Enchanted Map Oracle by Colette Baron Reid, because I've been using these two together and they have not disappointed. So any other light you can shed on this spread? Okay, we got the One Ring Circus. Wow, that's crazy. And then this one popped out too, wide open. And I just feel like that makes total sense. Be wide open. Be open to whatever you're hearing, feeling, seeing, sensing. Be open to it, because that right there is half the blockage battle. And I love that. And then One Ring Circus, I just keep hearing like you are not alone. You don't have to be a one ring circus. You can ask for help. Ask your guides for much needed clarity on help and things. So that makes total sense to me. So yeah, that is this week's tarot spread. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, don't hesitate to comment below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification button so you're alerted to any future videos. And you guys have a good night. Bye.